Kamala Harris voters, I got some really bad news. So brace yourself for this. And this is a wake-up point for you. Understand that in the good news, I'm always talking about how he's losing in the courts. Right now, his record is 12-96. So he is losing in the actual courts. However, here's where the bad news comes. In the court of opinion, he's winning. Almost reverse that, 96-12. And no, I don't mean polls. I mean, what he just did the last 10 days was a master class in manipulative narrative warfare. What does that mean, Darren? That means that we had 2,000 events with 10 million people supported by 20 countries protesting him in the midst of a day where it's his birthday and a teeny weeny itty bitty event so small he cussed out Hegseth about it. But he was able to come back. He went to G7 and called an emergency, which really wasn't an emergency, had a manufactured crisis over Iran. The whole world zoomed in on Iran and forgot that 10 million people protested. I mean, they knew it, but they didn't. It was not on the forefront of legacy media. And what's really sad, it wasn't on the forefront of many leftists. Not all of them, but there are thousands of alarmist leftists who's breaking news. Iran is Iran, and they're going to be bombing Iran. Will he bomb Iran? What's going to happen with Iran? You got these people who've done 37 different videos over the course of 10 days talking about Iran. And yes, I talked about Iran, but look at what I talked about with Iran. Did you really see my video? Did you really see it? If you're new, go back and look. I talked about how Iran was a side scapegoat to get away from the movement of the 10 million people and who were protesting, and the big, beautiful bill they've been having meetings at night to avoid attention to, and to avoid the fact that they're having their own GOP civil war, and that bill could die on the hill as we all wish it would. So here on the good news, we're beating him in courts. And yes, he is listening to the courts. How do we know? Well, here's the recent case. He almost became, his administration was almost in contempt with Judge Zenas over the Arroyo Garcia case, right? They got that boy back in 48 hours. When they said they couldn't and he wasn't coming back. That's when I knew he was coming back 2 months ago. But as soon as they said, we're going to hold you in contempt and we're going to take you down, Judge Zenas wasn't joking. She was ready to pull that trigger. And sure enough, in 48 hours, he's back. But not only is he back, but he's being indicted for a bunch of stuff we ain't even heard of before. You understand? It was a play of narrative warfare in that case. Well, on Iran, you just watched a masterclass of how to make our momentum diminish in front of mass media, whether it was independent or whether it was legacy media. Because Iran out-visibility the movement of almost 5% of the nation protesting the man. Now, it's not over. We know we're doing stuff for July 4th and more stuff is coming, but he eclipsed the hell out of that. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's one thing to win in courts, which we are. It's one thing for him to pay attention to the courts, which he is. But the main thing we have to keep on the ball and understand, and this bad news, is that this man has a superpower for manipulative narrative warfare. And if you want to learn more about that, I strongly suggest you go to my homepage and my channel and join my Clarity group. I got a yearly deal right now. Instead of $20 a month, you can get in for a whole year just for $100. Go for it. You're going to feel great. You're going to get insider information. In fact, I got a live going on Saturday. You want to hear it. It's going to be unrecorded. It's only to 100 people, and there's about 40-something spots left. And I'm going to talk about what's going on behind the scenes with the Democratic Civil War, what's going on with Kamala Harris's possible campaign, whether it be president or governor. I'm going to talk about why AOC and Jasmine Crockett are getting so much hate and heat. I'm going to talk about some of the inside game off the record. But then I also have lives in there that I do, a lot of them. You can look in the feed once you join. There's a lot of lives I have covering all sorts of things, from emergency Iran bombing, manipulative narrative warfare, how to empower your peace in the midst of Trumpism. I'm not only going to make you feel good, but make you a better analyst on what the BS is and how not to panic, how to focus. If you got benefits on the line, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, get there. It's comprised of not just leftists, but people who are currently working for the government or were working for the government, people who worked in and out the military, veterans. I'm the son of and grandson of veterans. It's also comprised of people who are, fighting for their Social Security, fighting for their Medicaid, Medicare benefits. If you got those things on the line, you should join. If you have your freedom on the line, people who are concerned about immigration, you should join me. Seriously, it's all about that. It's all about you being able to get the information you need. Now, again, this has been horrible news, bad news. But the good news is the more you're aware, the more you're alive, and the more you do not stress, but you have strategy, the more you don't have anxiety, but you have answers and analysis.